What's up, everybody? Hey, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for clicking on this video, watching this video. It helps me out a lot. But I'm out here in Louisiana. It is August the 17th, and I came out here with the main goal of finding some early season food sources, mainly persimmon trees. And I marked some persimmon trees last year, and I actually came back in here to check them to see if they had fruit on them, and they did not. But I found the mother lode at a different spot. I've got at least 8 persimmon trees. There's one right here. Y'all look. Where's that other one? One right here. You can see the top of one right over there. And there's 3 or 4 more over there. And there's a couple in here that are, the limbs are just absolutely drooping down big time. So there's a couple things that I look for whenever I'm hunting a food source like this. Of course, persimmons, they'll be done probably by the end of October if I had to guess. Now, if you'll look behind me, how thick it is in here. A buck, especially that one over there, would feel completely confident in feeding right here in the daylight. Now, another thing you have to look for when you're hunting food sources like this. Yes, I can find an even better persimmon tree way out there in the open somewhere. And I've talked about this before. That let's compare that persimmon tree to one that's sitting in my front yard. It is very slim chances that a buck's gonna come out there in my front yard to the best persimmon tree in the world in the wide open like that. The same goes for being out here. You have to have some type of transition getting in for the deer to travel to get to the food source that you are hunting. And this spot has all of that. Now, this spot's gonna probably dry up pretty quick, if I had to guess, especially being public land, you know. But there's a good chance that I will be in here at some point. Now, I'm gonna have a hard time finding the perfect tree. You can't trim out here, you can't do nothing. There's a decent tree right there, baby, but I can't shoot those other trees. But there is a trail leading through these persimmon trees, and I know they're not using these persimmons yet because they're still green. But there is a deer trail, so I will likely get on that deer trail somewheres and catch them and cut them off and come into these trees. So whenever I find something, I will let y'all know. But this is something you need to keep your eye out for when you're scouting at all times, is persimmons, especially in the south. There's no crops here. All they pretty much have is browse, acorns, and whatever fruit trees, persimmons, stuff like that they can get. There's no crops, there's no corn, soybeans, nothing. So whenever you find a congregated spot like this that has all of these persimmons like this, it could be dynamite, you know. There's no telling whenever these persimmons start falling what could come through here. There's a pin oak tree. There's pin oak trees all up in here. Deer love pin oaks too. I don't know. This may not be. There's a tree over there. I might could get in and catch them walking through here. Maybe. Let's keep looking. Alright. So I found a tree. I'm going to show you why this is the best option for this spot. I wish there was a tree to where I could just at least shoot to the base of one of these persimmon trees, but there's just not. However, there is a small persimmon tree that I can probably shoot from this tree that I picked. So here's the tree. I'll probably get up there about 16 feet. Okay. Sorry, about 16 feet, 17 somewhere in there. And I will hunt that tree with a saddle. The tree is leaning pretty bad that way, so I will get on this side, which is perfect whenever I draw my bow back. That trail I was talking about is right there. What makes this spot even sweeter is there's transition cover right here where they travel. Hopefully. It's all I guess, because I'm not putting any cameras here. Is that water right there. And I can shoot the edge of that water, and there's deer tracks all in that water. So we've got everything. Look here. We've got everything here. Food covering water. Everything a deer could want. And I will probably slip in the back way, walk on the edge of that dried up slough, walk right to this tree, and there's cover between. If I was to sit on the ground right there, you can't even see that trail. I'm just saying, there's cover between this tree and that trail. Whenever they walk through that trail, they're completely hidden from anything. So I'm okay with this tree. It's a food source. So what I'm about to do is get on my Onyx maps on my phone. I'm gonna mark that exact tree, okay? And I'm gonna walk it. I'm gonna turn my tracker on inside my Onyx maps and use the exact route that I want to come in here from this dried up creek right here to slip right into this tree, set my stand up, and be hunting. So I don't have to walk through any of that to get here. And when you walk on the edge of that dried up slough, there's no noise. Here in a minute, there's a dead persimmon right there. Here in a minute, I'm gonna walk on that trail back there and show you. There's the tree right there. I'm gonna be roughly in that range right there. I'm not gonna be too terribly high, because the higher you get, the more limbs there anyway. Let's walk down here and look at this break. You know, today's a perfect day to be out here scouting. I'm soaking wet from sweat, but that's okay. The sun's not out, it's cloudy. My mower's in the shop, so I can't. Those of you who don't know, I'm a fireman and I have a lawn care business on the side. So my mower's in the shop today, and it's just a perfect day for me to come out here and do some scouting. But here's the dried up slough. And there's the tree, that crooked one kind of going that way. And the slough kind of stops right there. So what I'm thinking they're doing is they're traveling that little transition. There's one of the persimmon trees right there that I'm actually hunting. And it stops back there in the back. So a buck theoretically can cross back there in the back and not have to walk through this wide open if he doesn't want to. So that gives him that option as well. I don't see any persimmon trees behind me, which is a good thing. Look here. It looks like some old brim beds. I can probably shoot dang near all the way out here. There's one little limb in the way, but if he gets, there's some deer tracks scattered through here. There's a lot more back there. I can shoot him right here. All right, I'm gonna walk you back to those big persimmon trees. I want to show those to y'all, and then I'm gonna walk the actual trail that I think he's gonna use and just show you. Pretty good sized track right there by my tree. Alright guys, so let me show you in theory what I hope these deer are going to do. There's a big persimmon, 2, 3, 4. They all have fruit on them. That persimmon tree is probably 60 feet high. Alright, so you got this trail right here. Okay, bedding's probably going to be behind me, but there was no tree choices back that way where I can hunt right here. It just wasn't. So I'm hunting this trail. And I kind of push these vines out to encourage them to use this trail even more. You can see how thick it is in here. There's my tree right there. I've actually got a shot if he's quartered away, if he's coming this way. We got a shot right here. Another quartered away shot right here. There's that loaded down persimmon tree with the limb sagging. There's another one the same way. And I've got a perfect broadside shot no matter which way he comes from right here. That dried up break's that way. My access is going to be from that dried up break back there. Climb up in that tree about 17 feet and we're hunting. So we're going to mark this spot on my GPS for sure. I'm fixing to go to that tree, mark it on my Onyx maps, and make a travel track on my Onyx maps on the way out, the exact way I want to come in here when I come in here and go hunting. So let's do that real quick. Alright, I hope you can see that. It might be a little blurry because I'm using a GoPro. But what you'll do is click on tracker, click start. And it's going to leave an exact trail on how I want to leave this spot and come back in here whenever I come in here and hunt. Because you can't have bright eyes and all that stuff. It's going to leave a blue line or whatever color you choose. And whenever you come in here, you'll pull it up on your maps and you'll follow that exact track on the way in here. Let's go. I'm pretty sure I just found a beaver skull. Now look at that. It's laying right there. Pretty cool. Alright guys, appreciate y'all tuning in for this outing of trying to find some early season food. And we did that. Hopefully it'll pay off later in the season. Won't be back here till October, whenever those persimmons start falling. That's a great food source for y'all to be keying in on during that time of the year. They could be fire if you find the right tree. There's only one way to know. Either hunt it or put out a camera. In my case, I'm gonna have to hunt it. But anyway, I want to give a special thanks to everybody that watches my content. Y'all make sure you hit the like button, comment below, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because it's free. And it'll really help my videos bump up in the YouTube algorithm. So I know all you guys, a lot of you come back and watch every single edit I post, no matter what it is, and I appreciate that very much. So God bless, and hope y'all are out there doing what y'all supposed to be doing right now, so you can sit back and enjoy the labor that you put into it whenever deer season gets here. And hopefully it'll pay off for me too. You just never know. I might not kill a deer this year, but it ain't for lack of trying. We'll catch y'all next time.